welcome to my channel. My name is Kayla, and today's video is going to be like my mom favorite baby stuff. That my son is 10 months, so he's almost not a baby anymore, which is getting a little hard for me, but I have found some stuff that I really love, and I just want to share with you guys. Some stuff you may know about, some maybe you don't know about. Maybe you'll learn something that you want to try out, but this is just stuff that I love, that I'm going to use over and over again as the years go on if I need it. And so I just wanted to share with y'all. So let's get started. Don't forget, subscribe and ring the bell so that you're notified every time I upload. All right, let's go. So the first thing I want to talk about is lotion and bath wash, body wash and shampoo for them. I really love the Aveeno baby lotion and body wash. It comes in a set. I ordered it off Amazon. I think Target and Walmart both have it. They even have bigger jars of them. But this is the Calming and Comfort lotion. It's lavender vanilla scented, and let me tell you, one, it smells amazing, and it's really good on their skin. My son has eczema, and so I wanted something that wouldn't irritate his skin or bother him. So I really like this stuff. He loves to take a bath, so after I put this on him after the bath, it does help calm him, and I've noticed that it helps his eczema. It doesn't irritate him. So this is something I really love, as well as the shampoo and body wash. And I guess we'll do diaper cream. Sorry if I'm looking down, I have this big box of stuff on my lap that I want to go over. So the next thing I want to talk about is diaper cream. I actually really like the Aden diaper rash cream. As you can tell, it's almost gone. I really like this stuff. I feel like it really helps when his little booty is red, and it doesn't take long for it to go away. So I'm a really big fan of this stuff. I think H-E-B has it. You could probably find it on Amazon as well. But I really love this stuff. The next thing I'm gonna cover is sunscreen. You wouldn't think that you would need sunscreen, but if your baby is due right before summer, or they're gonna want to go swimming, if they're due before summer or end summer even. I searched a long time for sunscreen because I wanted something that was going to be good on his skin, that wouldn't irritate his eczema, that also had good ingredients, because he's a little baby, and I don't want him to get a bad skin allergy or anything. So I really like the Baby Bum sunscreen. It also has a face stick that I got. I think I ordered these off Amazon as well. H-E-B, Target, any store really has them. It is a little pricey, but I definitely think it's worth it because it has really good ingredients in here, and it's okay for them, So I'll just put a little bit on his body and a little bit on his face, try to avoid the eye area and try to stay away from the mouth area as well. Alright, so let's talk about one of the obvious things is baby wipes. For my baby shower, I got tons and tons of baby wipes. And the brand that I actually really loved is the Pampers Pure, Aquaphor, I think it's called, Aquaphor baby wipes. And they're 99% water. They're like water wipes, but I think they're a little bit less expensive than water wipes. They only come with 56 in a pack, which kind of stinks, but I really like them. They're really wet and moisturizing. They don't have any bad ingredients in them. They're really soft, and they don't have a print on them or anything. It's literally smooth. There's no print or anything like Huggies has or something. But I really like these. I use them for myself when I'm taking off my makeup, or just I need to clean up something that I spilled and it's sticky. I use them for absolutely everything, and I love these. I usually buy a big box of them. It's a 6-pack, I think, at H-E-B, and they last me for a little bit, but I absolutely love these. Okay, next thing, Boogie Wipes. They have the grape scent, and they also have the fresh scent. So the grape is purple and the fresh is green, and I don't like one more than the other. I like both. They both smell really good. This one is more fresh, and then this one smells like grapes, which your child might like a little bit better because the grape smells really good. But I love these. They're made with natural saline. Sometimes I'll use a baby wipe to wipe his nose, but sometimes these are really good because they're not as wet as the baby wipes. The baby wipes are super wet, which are really good for wiping their bottoms, but For their noses, I like this a little bit better because it's not as wet. It's a little, the wipe it is a little bit thinner, so it's easier to use. And yeah, if you don't want to be extra, you know, and buy 2 different kinds of wipes, then just use the whatever baby wipes you like, because I do that sometimes. But I really do like these. I like to keep them in my diaper bag with me in the car. I have some at his daycare that he uses, but I really like these. They're easy to use. And yeah. Another thing that I like is the Boogie Mist Natural Saline Mist. This is something, if he's got some dry boogers and I'm trying to get them out, then I'll just spray his nose. It's the same thing as like this one, the little Remedies saline spray that I used for a really long time when he was younger, but I found that I liked this one a little bit better. I don't know if it's just because of the bottle and the way it sprays. I think that's what it is. And it's scented. So when you put it in their nose, it smells good and they're not freaked out. I mean, anytime you touch a baby's nose, half the time they're not gonna like it, but at least it smells good. And so I don't use this very often, but if he has dry boogers and it's really bad and he sounds really stuffy, I'll put some in there and then I'll suck it out. And then take a boogie wipe and wipe his nose. Next thing I'm gonna talk about are the Hyland baby, we have the calming tablets, hold on. The calming tablets, and then I also have the oral pain relief. Teething is a big thing during the baby stage. I think my little man started teething about 4 months. He got his bottom 2 teeth, and then ever since that, it just kept on coming. I think he has 6 teeth right now, so he's got 2 bottom teeth and then 4 top teeth. But they do get really fussy, because I read that teething with babies, it's like, it feels like a burning sensation, like, and that sounds painful. And I know as an adult, any kind of tooth pain, toothache it's horrible. I hate it. If you don't like to do Tylenol, that's fine, and this is a great alternative. I actually did Tylenol with my son, and I did these tablets, but I really like these tablets, and I did see a difference. So the oral pain relief one is great for, you know, for their teething, for the discomfort. It has no belladonna, benzocaine, artificial flavors, dyes, or parabens. It's like a natural relief tablet. And so with the oral pain, you use 1 tablet on the tongue every 15 minutes for 4 doses. Sounds like a lot, I know, but most I did 2 with my son. And I think he was about 4 or 6 months, and it seemed to work. They get really irritated and they get restless and fussy, and my son also had a hard time sleeping, like falling asleep. So I had to do calming ones too to kind of calm him down, and then I did the oral as well. And so with the calming ones, you dissolve 2 tablets on tongue every 15 minutes. So for instance, I would do 1 tablet of the oral, and then 15 minutes later I would do the 2 tablets of the calming. And if I didn't see a difference, I would wait another 15 minutes and do the same kind of process, I guess. I didn't actually use them very long. I use Tylenol more now, and since he's a little bit older, he's 10 months, since he's a little bit older, it doesn't seem to bother him as much, but I know the first couple teeth, it's kind of hard, and it's hard for moms, you know, because there's not much you can do, but I'm telling you, these definitely helped, and I highly recommend getting these, trying them out. If they don't seem to work for you, then maybe try something else. I did do Tylenol. Just ask your pediatrician how much you can give your child, tell them how old they are, and they'll tell you how much you can give them. So those are that. Next thing I want to mention is Baby Rub, which is like it's like Vicks, but baby Vicks, you know. I use this stuff all the time. I think on Amazon I ordered like a 3-pack of this one, and this is my last one that I have. So it does last a long time. I would put it on his chest, his back, and his feet when he was younger, because he would get a little bit congested, or it would just help him sleep. Even if he wasn't congested, I would just put it on him anyways, because it smells good, and it's like a soothing ointment, and it says soothing ointment on the bottle. It kind of helps them, I think the smell of it kind of helps them relax, and I know that putting it on their feet is like a big thing too. So I put this all over him, and then I put him in one of those little sleeper onesies that zip up or button, and it seemed to help him. And I still put this stuff on him today if he's congested, if he has a cough, it seems to really help, and I use it as an adult too. So, yeah, so definitely look into that. All right, what else do I got? I'll talk about these. I personally don't actually like this one. I bought this one from H-E-B. I think it's by Safety First. The one I got from the hospital, the blue one that you'll get, love, love, love that one. Make sure you take that home, okay? Because that one is fantastic. It is way better than any other one that you'll buy in the store, I'm telling you. I also have the Nose Frida that I really, really love. The only thing is that it's kind of hard to use because it has like 2 pieces to it, and you got to change the little filter, and you got to wash out the little tube because there's boogers in it. But it does work really well. So if your child's, nose is really bad, use the Nose Frida. I don't use that all the time unless his nose is really bad, and I try to use this, but it's not that great. But I have the blue one also in his room that I use, and it works way better. Aquaphor. So this is a advanced therapy ointment. It's like a healing ointment. They also make diaper cream, and that's a white cream, but this is a clear one. And I actually got this on Amazon with the diaper cream. You can subscribe to it and get like a monthly supply or every 6-month supply. But I really like this stuff because when they're teething, they drool a lot, and it's all over their chest and their face and their clothes. And if they take a passy, they get like a drool rash from the passy. So I'll apply this to their cheeks and around their mouth and his chest. Babies just get dry skin on their cheeks, and that happens to my son. So I'll just put a little bit of this on his face and around his mouth and his chest to kind of, heal the drool rash. But I also use, before I got the Aquaphor, I did use Vaseline or Petroleum jelly. And I think this was like a couple bucks at H-E-B. And it's pretty much the same thing as Aquaphor. It's maybe not as advanced as the Aquaphor, but it does pretty much the same thing. I put it on his cheeks, around his mouth, his chest, and it seemed to work really well. So I really like these two. If you don't want to spend too much money on the Aquaphor, get the Vaseline because it does the same thing and it's cheaper. I just happened to get both because I did use this for a long time first. I think Amazon was having a sale on this stuff, so I went ahead and picked it up. And it's a big, big jar, so it's gonna last me for a while. Okay, let's talk about blankies. So for my baby shower, I got tons of blankets. And they were really soft, but I wanted something that, because we live in Texas and it's really hot here, even in the winter, I don't think it gets cold till about January. It will get really cold, but like most of the time it's pretty hot. And so I wanted a thin blanket that could keep him warm but not make him sweat. So I really, really like it's by Aden and Anais. I'm not too sure how to pronounce it, but hopefully y'all can see. Let me try. It won't really focus, but I'll put it in the description box so you can see. But first of all, they're really big, which is nice. So it's pretty huge, but it's nice. They're really soft. They're really thin. And they come in all different kinds of prints. This one's elephants. He has like 3 other ones in his room. I got them at Target. They are a little pricey, but you can maybe find like an off-brand one on Amazon or something if you don't want to spend that much. I really like these because they're soft and they're thin, and yeah, so I really recommend these blankets. Now we're going to talk about bibs. So I really don't mind the stains, I promise it's clean, but I really like the bandana bibs, and these have like the metal buttons on them. I really like these because, one, they're cute and kind of fashionable. If you don't care about that, then that's fine. You don't have to, you don't have to use these, but I really like them because they are cute and they look like a little bandana, and they're really soft. Like the other side is like really soft, so I know it's not going to irritate him. Because I know they have some bibs that are kind of like plasticky that I know he likes, and he likes to rip them off. As with these, this is like a button one, so he can't rip it off, and it's really soft, and it doesn't bother him. So I really like this. I actually got this from one of my friends at work for my baby shower, and I love, love, love these. I have all kinds of different prints. I only have 2 right now in here, but I love these so much. So definitely recommend those. Let's talk about diapers. So I tried a bazillion diapers, okay? I got tons of diapers for my baby shower because I did diaper raffle. So I got tons and tons of diapers. The ones that I keep going back to and that I love is Huggies. He is in the little movers now, but I did use the little Snugglers for the longest time. But I just really love these diapers. I feel like they're made really well. They're thick enough. They absorb really well. I like that it has the line so you know when they have peed. I like that on the front it has like this kind of like velcro-y part, so it really just, it snugs them, keeps it like secure, I guess. I really like these. But I did notice with my son that he pees a lot in his sleep, even if he like wakes up. And so I had to buy like overnight diapers because they are made a little bit thicker. They have a little bit more of an absorbent cotton, I guess. And I really like the Huggies overnights. I also really like the H-E-B brand overnights. They've been working pretty well, and they're like $5 a pack. So these are what they look like. These work pretty well for the most part. I might go back to the to the Huggies ones, but I have to use overnights just because he pees a lot. And before I use overnights, he would pee, and his onesie would, his diaper would soak through his onesie, and he would have pee all over him. And I felt so bad because, like, I wouldn't want to have pee all over me, you know. So I had to find a solution. So the H-E-B brand is good, but I also really like the Huggies brand as well. Okay. Almost done. Let's talk about milestones. So I had to get, you know how they make those little blankets? Like, this is what his looks like. I don't know if y'all can see it, but this has little raccoons. It has like the months and the years and a big old circle with the animals around it. I think I got mine off Amazon. So look on Amazon, look for some. They have really cute ones on there. That's where I got mine from. And you may not think that, like, oh, I'm not going to be that mom, I don't want to do it. But, like, you want to document your milestones of your little baby because you want to look back and you want to look at them, and you're going to have every month of him or her on that little milestone thing. And let me tell you, it does get harder as they get older. If that's not something you want to do or you don't have time for, don't. But I really enjoy doing it. It's fun, and I can look back on them and, you know, laugh and remember how old he was in this picture, you know. It's really awesome. Okay, I think we have 3 more things. So I don't know if anyone has ever heard of these, but these are called Indestructibles. These are books for ages 0 and up. I got mine off Amazon. I get everything off Amazon. But they're pretty much like, they're basically what it's called, an indestructible book. They can chew them, they can fold them, they can crumble it up, you can wash it even. As you can tell, I don't know if you can tell, but my son has crumbled this one up. But they have all different ones. Like, this one's about food, they have animals and things that go, like all different books, as you can see on the back. But these are really cool because it's chew proof, rip proof, non-toxic, and 100% washable. Because my son, like, would want to play with his big boy books, but I didn't want him to rip them or mess them up. So I got these, and it's a lifesaver because I can read to him and he can still kind of mess with it and chew on it, and it's the best thing ever. So definitely look into these. I think I only got 4. They are a little bit pricey, but if you have the money to, or this is something that you think that your baby might enjoy, I definitely recommend it. He loves to chew on everything, and so the fact that I can read to him, or we can look at a book of pictures, and then if he wants to stick it in his mouth, it's totally fine, you know? Alright. So this is Baltic Essentials. It comes in a little bag. It's actually a necklace that you can put on your baby. It is like an amber essential oil and like the little rocks. They have a bigger one than this if you want to get a bigger one, but basically I have a little pamphlet here that I'll read off to you so you kind of know what it does. But the Baltic Amber is relief for teething symptoms, red cheeks, drooling, fever, fustiness, relief for arthritis, carpal tunnel, backache, swelling, tooth pain, migraines, headache, general aches and pains. So then they also have a hazelwood one and different kind of gemstones that do different kind of things. But I got the amber one because it's good for teething and drooling and all of that fun stuff. And I was a little skeptical about the necklace just because I was like, does that really work? Like, and they are a little bit pricey, and I was like, I don't want to spend that kind of money on something and it doesn't work. And I actually have a couple of friends at work who've used them, and they've always worked. And so I tried it out, and it actually does work. Like, I would put it on him. I wouldn't let him sleep with it because I was a little nervous too. But when he did wear it, he wasn't as fussy. He didn't drool as much. It didn't seem like his teeth were bothering him as much. So, and they're really cute. Like, how cute is your baby with a little necklace on, you know? I mean, I would wait till they start teething. I don't recommend you putting them on it when they're when they're a newborn, obviously. I mean, you can, more power to you, but it's mostly good for when they start teething, which could be from like 3 to 6 months. Some babies even teeth at 2. It just kind of depends on your baby. But you can look them up on Amazon, or you can look them up on the just search Baltic Essentials. Let me show you. And they're pretty popular, so you might have heard them before, but I just wanted to share that. Okay, also, my son was really gassy. He still is, but super gassy when he was a baby. Well, he's a baby, but when he was younger. And I only had to try a couple formulas. Thankfully, the second one was a winner, but I still have to give him gas drops. And the infant's Mylicon Gas Relief Drops has been a winner for us. These are the dye-free ones, and what I do is I put however much it tells me, I'll put it in his bottle with his formula, and it helps with the foam. He uses the Sunlight Pro Sensitive formula, and sometimes that can get really foamy, but I noticed that when I put these drops in with his bottle, it disappears, the foam disappears, which is awesome because if he's drinking foam, that will kind of make him gassy. And he's drinking his gas drops, and I give it to him every time he has a bottle because he can have it up to 12 times a day, and he doesn't drink 12 times a day. So if he seems gassy, I'll just give him some out of the little syringe, but I put these in his bottle and it does wonders. It really helps him release the gas bubbles, and it helps his tummy feel better. And then another thing that I like is the probiotic supplement by Culterelle. Any probiotic is fine. This is just the one that I tried. This is a Calm and Comfort one. I got a Calm and Comfort one because he does have some issues when going to bed. He gets really restless. And the probiotic is really good for their digestive system, so I really like those. So definitely look into probiotic for your son or daughter. Do some research, look up the ones and the ingredients, pick one that you think that you're happy with and try it out. Okay, last thing and then we'll be done. Let's talk shoes. So my son isn't walking yet, but soon he's gonna start. He's starting to stand up and hold on to things, so I think it's going to be soon. And so I want to get him in some shoes as soon as possible so he's used to them, because I know shoes are like the hardest thing to get your child to get used to. So I've got these at Target. They're by Striderite, and they're called like Surprise, I guess. Yeah, or the Surprise by Striderite. I'm sorry. And they're so cute. I love them. And the bottoms, this is what they look like. They're kind of like crib shoes, but the bottom of them are a little bit harder. They have a little bit of a harder sole, so they're not crib shoes. But these are the best kind of shoes for a beginner walker. It helps them get used to shoes and to walking, and they're made for them to walk easily, I guess. And that way it's not as heavy. They're really light too. They're not heavy, they're not clunky, so they're not tripping or anything. And they're really, really cute. I love these. They are a little bit pricey. I believe these are like 25 bucks, but shoes are expensive. Baby stuff is expensive. So if you can find some that are cheaper, like on Facebook Marketplace or something, pick them up. he hasn't worn them yet, but I've read so many reviews about them. I know people that wear them and they really, really like them, and they seem to really help them learn how to walk. And if they're beginning on walking, it helps them balance. It helps them all together. So I really recommend getting some. I believe you just search striderite.com. It'll take you to the website, and they have all kinds of shoes. But these, I love these. They're so cute. He actually wore them for his picture day last week. So love, love, love. And these are a 6 to 12 months. It's hard to tell the size really, but these are super, super cute. Yeah. All right, so that's about it. So those are things that I have grown to love as being a new mom. My son really likes that just work for us. Maybe some of the things that I mentioned may not work for you and your baby, but that's okay. I just wanted to give you some tips and some favorites of mine that you haven't heard of or that you want to do more research on. So definitely look into all of these things. Some things are simple, some things are basic, but some things you might not have known. So yeah, so those are my favorites, but I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, leave them down below. I'll be happy to answer any questions for you. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and ring the notification bell so you are notified every time I upload. Thanks for watching.